Successful small business in a small community brings a lot of benefits to us. So realizing all that, I decided to go ahead and take over the business. And my brother followed suit. He was a two-year graduate from Sierra College, went to Sac State for 2 more years, and we both got 4-year finance degrees. And we took over and started. The business at that point when we first started was doing about $1 million in sales. And after my brother and I took over, probably about 3 years later, we grew it to about $3 million in sales. And today we're doing, between the two stores, we're doing close to $7 million in sales. The store's profitability and the sales dollars has grown about 5 to 10% a year. Some years higher, some years a little lower. Like this year, we're probably going to be right at about a pace of no growth, but just without any negative growth. And in our industry, that's an accomplishment is what I'm finding out. A lot of people today, whether you're a Whole Foods or you're a Rayleigh's or you're a Nugget grocery store, those are not necessarily who I consider to be the same because they're big grocery stores. But those stores are all looking at about a 5 to 8% decline in sales. And I think it's because of competition. I think it's because of the economic situation that we're in right now. I think all of that is playing into lower sales. For us, we're fortunate. I think that because we have unique products, because we are smaller, because we only have 2 stores, that we're able to offer something a little bit different. And those people that come to us still are very loyal, coming in for our hamburgers, coming in for our fruit, coming in for our bakery, coming in for our pies. So, I mean, how many here has heard of my store or knows my store? Great. I like to speak at Sierra College, not just because I graduated from here, but this class is a venue that I didn't have when I was here. It's a small business class, and I think that in the economic times that we have now, whether it's people are losing their jobs or worried about their jobs, more and more people are becoming a lot more entrepreneur-like and wanting to do their own business. And whether this is a beginning point or an elective, more and more of you, I think what you'll do is you'll go through and get a job, but I think your ultimate goal, since you're in business and you're taking this class, will want to be your own successful small business owner. And I can tell you that you're going to work more hours, you're going to take on a lot more responsibility, but the benefits far outweigh the negatives. Being a small business owner is the best thing that you could be. When I always said, when I grow up, I want to be my small business owner, and it's the amount of work you put in doesn't even feel like it's work because it's all your own. Your total benefit of the work that you put in. So of course you want to put in as much as you can. When I first started out, I worked. I was probably with my parents. I wasn't married then, but I was probably putting in about 65, 70 hours a week. And then when I took over the business, I was close to almost 85 hours a week. 7 days a week. My parents started the store 50 years ago, and for the first 4 years, they never had a day off. 365 days. They worked Christmas, they worked New Year's, they worked Thanksgiving. They worked 2 jobs when they started the store. They worked from, my father said, before the sun got up and after the sun went down, he was still working. So probably 14, 15-hour days. And I think that we learned some of that work ethic. I consider myself, I wouldn't say lazy, but I would consider myself not a workaholic like my father was. I think that times are different now. I think that with technology, with the advent of the computer and being able to get on the internet, we are able to do businesses and use more. We can be more intelligent about how we run our businesses, how we do our bookkeeping, how we hire, how we fire, how we learn about the laws about business. We can just get on the internet and search all this. And I see myself doing a lot more of that than I did before. Is there any questions that you have about, business that you're trying to make on your own or different things that you researched? any kind of restaurants? Any questions why, why I make it myself? How do I keep my employees?
What kind of advertising do you do?
That's a good question. Before, we were doing advertising we did advertising in cable, radio, newspaper. What we have, my managers have the ability to, anybody that comes in for donation today gets denied for a cash donation. We just can't do cash donations anymore. There's just, I probably get, and this is no lie, I get 15 requests for donations a day. 15, whether it's a church, a school, elementary, soccer, baseball, basketball, homeless, cancer society, whatever it is, 15 a day. And so if I gave $100 to every person, I just could not be in business. But what we do is we give a gift certificate for a pie of choice, which costs me about $4 or $5 to make a pie. And I give that, and it's somewhat philanthropic. Is that did I say that right? Not sure. But it's more so a marketing tool and an advertising tool, because as that person gets that, if I gave them a pie, they could just, and they raffle that pie off. Someone goes home and eats it and says, that was a good pie, I really liked it. But I'm not going to drive to Roseville and get another pie. I'm going to wait next time I go by that, or Auburn, I'm going to wait till I get to that store. I give them a gift certificate, they have to redeem the gift certificate at my store. And they come in and say, ooh, wow, they got some salsa over here, and they've got hamburgers, we'll have lunch. They gave me a free pie, I can at least buy a hamburger from them. And so that's an advertisement vehicle. So we've the word of mouth, bring in people motivated to come back into the store. Word of mouth now, because we're mature in our business in Auburn, not so much in Davis. We don't do the radios, has not been that great for me. Newspaper has been terrible. For the amount of money you spend, I hope not a lot of people here work for the newspaper, but for me, the ads didn't work for me in newspaper. Newsprint didn't work well. Because you really have one chance. You do it, costs $1,500, and you've got one chance. If Elaine wasn't reading the Sunday paper, and she reads the Saturday paper, and I put a Sunday ad in, boom, that's it, done. But what's really been successful for me are those highway road signs. That's been successful. And I did that one in Davis going westbound. Eastbound road signs are expensive because you compete against the casinos. And casinos tie those up, and they'll pay big money. But westbound traffic going the other way, going down, it's about 1/3 the cost. And so, as far as advertising goes, I like those road signs. They've been very good. Oh, I saw your name.
Billboards?
Billboards, yeah, billboards.
How much do those cost?
The one in Davis costs me, I think it's $1,100 a month. Now, that same size one, not being lit 24 hours, will cost me about $3,000 going up the other way. Yeah, so they're pretty expensive. I mean, some of those big lit ones are, $8,000 to $10,000 a month. If we thought about it, but we're so mature in Auburn that we don't necessarily, think that that's something we needed to do. So we don't advertise in Auburn, but we do give out all those certificates. And that's the hardest part today is everybody's telling me, no one's donating anymore because the business is off. So what we can do is I can donate those certificates. I could consider it not just a donation, but advertising.